dominant forms of hip hop, thin, bubblegum-like, hollow, shallow, stimulating body, no stirring, no soul, which is very, very sad because young people need soul-stirring music.
Yo, what up? Luxurious.
Drums and ammo.
Ghetto. Gifted. Ammbaataa.
It's Ammbaataa, baby.
Check.
What's good, sir?
Hey, made it. What's up with your boy?
Chilling, man.
Woo.
Same shit, different day.
Hey, there it is. There it is. This is DJ Ambush. This, that, and the third. The drums and ammo. I'm sitting here with the homie Hamza. MC Whoop. Yeah, birdie. Yeah, we met a couple years ago. Man, it's been a minute now. It's been, you know,
man.
4 or 5, something crazy. 4 or 5.
6 years, something like that, man.
Yeah, so we met through when I was I had a little short stint driving Uber. It was literally like, you know, maybe like a summer in a couple months, and you hopped in the whip, and we were trying to figure this out the other day. I think you were playing Capital Steez on the headphones, and then I tapped in and I asked, I was like, man, is that because I had just started? I kind of just caught up to him, you know, kind of in that, you know, maybe like a month or so prior. So I was just kind of getting on, and I asked you about him, and then we kind of built on that. We exchanged numbers, and from there, we just been clicking up, trying to collab on stuff. I think we're finally locking in, you know.
Definitely.
But yeah. So now you've had a couple different projects.
Right.
Now we're in Mr. Stranger is your friend in the apocalypse.
Yes, indeed.
Produced by 5 Ill.
Yep. Co-produced. There's a couple different people, but yeah, man, fucking super juiced about this one, man.
All right, so I want to get into some of the foundational aspects of Hamza. So like I always, when you interview Cop Off, I want to get into like the voice. I'm a voice dude, you know. So I grew up like the Redmans and the Pharoah Monches and, you know, Cypress Hill, cats that have those voices that, you know, real like rare, kind of just on their own. So how long did it take you to develop your rap style voice?
Not too long, man. It was, like I just got like a shrill voice, you know, so like, you know, I think it took like a good like 3 or 4 songs, maybe like a couple months, you know, like I just had to, you know, kind of lean into it a little bit more. I think like the full development of like my actual sound and stuff took like a good like year or 2. But
okay.
But yeah, man, I just got like a shrill voice. So I'm like, oh, okay, just do more of that and then we're good.
So when you got that, when you established the voice, how long did it take for you to go to say you wanted to actually complete like a project? Because that's, you know, those are like 2 different things, because you're just trying to figure out your voice and you're getting songs together. Then you finally get up the energy or the vibe to say, you know, now it's time for me to put it out there in the world. How long did that take?
Man, I've never thought about that. Let me think. How long is it taking? I would say it took like 2 years to get my first project out, man. You know, it's like one thing developing the skill to actually rap and be able to put the words together. It's a whole nother thing, you know, having something to say, you know, and that's, you know, that's a big one. And I feel like approaching projects, you know, it has to come from somewhere a little bit deeper, you know, and actually say something, you know, whatever it is, but, you know, like, let it be a statement to, you know, the world or what have you, you know.
I can dig it. So who were you listening to? Because you grew up in Oakland. So what were your influences? Were they local? Were they, you know, from somewhere else? Where they come from?
It's all over the place, man. I mean, like a lot of it's local, you know, like I love Mac Dre and all the freaking hyphy movement and shit. But you know, I would be I'm super blessed to, you know, actually have like musicians in my family too to expose me to different stuff, you know. So like growing up, I listened to a lot of, you know, a lot of hip hop, a lot of classic rock, a lot of funk, all these things, you know, and I feel like that all, you know, that all kind of influenced, you know, where how my approach to music, you know. I guess like the biggest influence on the hip hop side would be just like, you know, funkier stuff like Redman, you know, like Pharoah Monch, exactly like you said, you know. But you know, I think the inspiration comes from, you know, literally everywhere if you know, you tap into it, you know.
That's right. That's right. So I talked to, you know, I've been talking to a lot of Bay cats, and the thing about like being from the Bay in Oakland and anywhere in the Bay, Richmond, San Francisco, is that we've come to establish a certain type of sound.
Mm,
Certain, you know, certain regions have sounds that come with them. When you come from places that don't necessarily have a region style attached to it, you have a little bit more freedom. So
mm,
being from Oakland, you didn't feel the necessity to kind of latch on to the region's style that was kind of popular. So what made you kind of veer off the course and get on your own and get in your own lane? Because that's, you know, that's the thing.
yeah, man. I mean, I feel like if I did that, it would probably just, you know, kind of be whack, you know, like I don't know, like I feel like, you know,
I think, you know, people do that though. People
yeah.
go, this is what we sound like here, so I'm just gonna sound like this too.
I mean, I've been trying to do like a little Bay type anthem pretty soon, you know.
Mhm.
But like it has to be done the right way, you know. And yeah, I mean, mostly I would say, you know, with that is yeah, yeah, I feel like at least at the time, if I, you know, was like making, you know, just the quintessential Bay type shit, it wouldn't necessarily be like, you know, from the heart, you know, and I think people would be able to see that, you know. So I'm like, fuck, man, I just want to get on some Dilla type shit, you know.
Mm,
I
mhm.
come from a background of ciphering a lot too. So
Mm.
like a lot of just, you know, that East Coast beat type, you know, or LA beat scene type stuff that I really, you know, it gets me excited with it, you know.
You might you might be like right at the end of like ciphering as far as
Yeah,
hair. I think you snuck right in because I
yeah.
think, you know, that might be something of the past. You
Dude,
know,
well, yeah, I mean, at this point, man,
especially, you know, especially with the pandemic, but at this era, that isn't the most popular thing to do.
yeah, that's wild to me too, because, you know, like I feel like now people should be ciphering more, but
Hmm.
yeah, I'm super hyped to, you know, catch the tail end of it, you know. Yeah, I haven't been working on freestyling as much anymore, but you know, I mean, like as far as like as far as the quality, you know, that's what actually got me sharp with, you know, with how to put together lyrics, how to, you know, do things. And I think that that keeps you sharp too, you know. I think it's more or less that hip hop or music nowadays isn't necessarily lyrics based anymore, you know. So
Mhm, mhm.
you know, so I guess that's like the what do you like find important with the, you know, with the art form, you know. But yeah, I love that shit. So, you know, that's always gonna be a part of me, you know.
Mhm. Who, when you started kind of getting started in the whole MC experience, who put the battery in your back early? Who's one of the first folks to kind of let you know you were on something like, yo, man, you kind of got something popping, what you know?
Shit. I guess it would be my friend Decra, man, Turtle. He's like, man, you can rap, but yeah, you know, I mean, like I was kind of, you know, I don't want to put it on, you know, like hard, but you know, I was always kind of kind of good at this shit, you know. So I, you know, had a little bit of over self-confidence too, you know.
You're like, I knew I was solid. There's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that. That's like
yeah.
Mike Tyson. I know he thought he could whoop somebody's ass. I'm sure when he was a kid, he was like, yeah, man, I'm pretty solid at whooping people's asses. I could probably get in here and get busy. Like, I think as an MC, DJ, producer, I think you step into it and you either you kind of bump around and figure it out, or you just have something internally that makes you feel like I could probably do this. I feel like I have the attributes and the experience and things of the voice, the delivery. If you feel
You
like
know,
you have those things kind of lined up,
yeah, I've been a musician for like 20 plus years, you know. So like kind of just like is like an extension of that to me, you know, in a way. I was a jazz
I was going to
musician
ask you
for a
that. I was
while.
going to ask you that. Like, let's talk about your intro. You know, your playing and your experience as how that kind of melds with your MC thing.
Well, dude, I mean, like hip hop is all like based off of like jazz, you know, like just learning jazz, or well, I can't say it's all based off of jazz, but like just learning jazz as far as the fundamentals of like of soloing, of you know, all like what like jazz is. There's a lot of similar things in hip hop. Like freestyling is like I feel like it was the same part of me or the same part of my brain that can conceptualize doing a solo on a guitar or bass or whatever. It's like, you know, doing some freestyling off the top of my head too, you know? And so like when I figured that out, it just made it like, you know, like way easier to, you know,
Mm,
conceptualize in my head, you know?
mm.
And yeah, it's just all about fitting it together, man. And yeah.
So when you started instruments, how did it start? Did it start with lessons? Did it start with elders teaching you, or did you have siblings, or you know how did your instrumental like playing begin?
My stepdad is a bass player. He's fairly reputable bass player. He's worked with, you know, a lot of reggae bands over the years.
Hmm.
And he's got a bunch of, you know, instruments all over the house. So I'm just a little ADD'd out kid, you know, like, oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? You know, and yeah, that's kind of what, you know, put the spark in me with it. Yeah, and I got to do that around like 7, 8, you know, and yeah, that's really what did it, I guess, you know.
And then from there, when you first started emceeing, did you produce your own music, or did you have other cats doing it?
Nah, I'm just now really starting to, you know, sink into like being a producer. But yeah, you know, for a while I was just freestyling and I thought I was, you know, the shit with just, you know, the raps and everything. But yeah, I didn't have any music, you know. Linked up with some, you know, producers and yeah, they, you know, everything. I've been on the freaking grind ever since, you know.
So you mentioned JD Dilla. I mean, I'm older, so I call him I call him JD. But who are some of your other influential producers or favorite producers that you dig?
Man, there's too
Mhm.
many to freaking too
Just give
many
me a
to think
couple,
of,
just
man.
off the top. You know what
I'm
I mean?
gonna try to go local, man, because that
Okay.
dude's soundtrack is a fucking monster, dude. Like that guy is fucking nuts, man.
Yeah,
Like
I
every
like
single
that.
one of his beats, dude.
Mhm.
Fan out. But who else?
Cool.
I really like Romderful. They kind of like
Local?
no, I think he's from the UK. More local cats. Overcast is lit, man.
Mm-hmm.
DeMattia.
Yeah.
It's too many to count, man. Fucking.
That's it's cool because I interviewed a D Bledsoe the other day,
Mm.
and he was saying the same thing. I was asking him who were some of his favorite producers. He was like, "Man, I could kind of just keep it in the crew as far as like what's going on now with Grand National. Like,
Dude, I
they got,
mean, all their crew's so solid, like you don't really need much more.
you connected with him or something.
Yeah, I did. Yep. Me and Black Achilles,
Woo.
and D Bledsoe.
Mhm.
Yeah, we did a song the other like a month ago, a month and a
Yeah.
half, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Is that
Yeah.
just one for the vault, or did they have a direction, or was that just one y'all?
You gotta ask Black Achilles, man.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I have some stuff that me and him personally were working on too. I just gotta finish getting the rest of my projects mixed, and then I can tackle that and drop that pretty soon.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that, man. Definitely. Yeah.
So you just brought up another thing since you're talking about projects. What's up with that World Hunger with Keith?
Oh man.
What's the
Yeah.
update?
Man, I'm super juiced. Told Keith like, yo, I'm starting a little like group thing, like just a little side project that, I would be cool to have you on, me and him have known each other over the years.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've always had a chemistry on tracks, so like it's just it's something that we're like building up, and it's all like really based on like anti-capitalism, getting back to spirituality and self-awareness, and not material BS. So I'm super juiced about that. We got a couple of tracks done, couple released right now, but definitely expect a lot more in the future. Think we should be shooting a music video for that In My Shoes too pretty soon, so look out for that. But yeah.
I was talking to have you heard of Bamboo?
Yeah. Oh man, that's my guy.
Okay. So yeah. So I talked to Bamboo. I talked to him on Monday. That's I known him since we had a label, Sweetbreads, in 2009. So that's when I met up with him. But I interviewed him on
That's
Monday.
wow, man. It's a small world. I didn't know you knew Kyle, man.
No, that's the home. He got this. That's man. We trying to get out there and go to that
Seattle, right?
compound again.
Damn. Yeah.
But so we were talking in one of his interviews. He basically, I'm paraphrasing, but he was saying that he doesn't really do music to gather fans. At this point, he does for the extent of his career has been really about trying to get the community inspired to like get out into the streets or to the into whatever your community is and support or make change, basically make change. That's kind of what he's running on as far as his creation of music. What at this point do you have like a certain platform that you're standing on as Hamza, the MC? Like, is it about individualism? Is it, like you just said, capitalism, no capitalism? Is there something that you're kind of striking for when you're creating music?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I think a lot of my music has to do with mental health issues, and like showing vulnerability with that. I come from a household, my pops is North African, so we don't really talk about shit. We don't talk about vulnerabilities or mental issues or what have you. And I think that that's something that I would say my music is a little bit more like truthful in than some people. I realized early on, like I'm like, I don't want to talk about like, oh, look at my car, look at this and that. Well, number one, because I don't even got a car. But number two, it's like, yeah, man, it just wouldn't be the same. And I think that that's what separates at least my music, you know, from a lot of other people's out here, you know, whatever.
I can dig it. So we know you MC, we know you produce. What's something that we probably be surprised to hear that you do? What or you know, like, are you like into, what's your hobby? Something else you're passionate about besides music?
Dude, well, I skate, you know, something that I got into recently though, I like golfing like a
Oh,
lot.
where where you go? Where do you go? Up to
I've been just hitting the golf links course, man. We gotta pull up one of these days, man.
man, dude. Let's do it. I know we took my son up the off of Highway 13. What is the thing up in the hills? It's up in the hills. You know, it's the
Is it Montclair?
yeah,
Quick
Montclair.
one? Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. So you started golfing. How did it start?
Dude, you know, me and my friends just do a lot of random things, man. Like sometimes you're like, hey, you want to go out crabbing? And then we go, you know, crabbing. And then sometimes you're like, hey, you want to go surf? And like, you know, most of us don't surf, you know, but it's like, fuck it, man. Why not? You know, so golfing just happened to be one of those things. And then the first time I did it, I got a hole in 3. So I was like, fuck, man, you know, like Leopard Sands is my name now.
What is it?
Leopard Sands, you know, the fuck Tiger Woods, man. Oh, yeah.
That's a true. You know, it's funny though. Last time we went, or my homies went golfing, and it was one of our other homies' birthday. So they were just up to kicking it, you know, getting them off. And I I feel like golfing makes you kind of calm down. It kind of regulates you. You know, you got to kind of have calm yourself down, get into it. I would think like even like breathing would help. So it's kind of, I almost put that in the wellness category, because to me
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
it's like therapeutic. It's almost like when we do. I work with a nonprofit and we teach drum or music production.
Hmm.
So we use it as therapy for the kids. You know, whether they might be going through trauma. When you're doing a beat, when you sit on a drum machine for, you know, for 30 minutes, that 30 minutes could turn into 2 hours
Yeah, easily.
from, you know, and next thing you know, your whole energy has been brought down, and you know, you're able to breathe and you're able to digest a little bit easier, just because you've been able to regulate yourself, just, you know. So that might be, you know, if you talk about wellness, that could probably fit in that category.
Oh yeah, man. Like one thing I noticed with it, you just gotta clear your mind, you know,
Mhm. Yeah.
stay centered and you know, just swing, you know. And yeah, no, I mean that's just hella cool to me, you know. I'm super lazy anyway, so it's like it's a sport where all you gotta do is walk, you know, like maybe drink a couple of brews, we're good, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cats be out there, you know, radio, cooler, and just go, you know, going in.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way to do it, man. The first time I went on the, you know, course, like I was like, shit, man, we got all this booze. Like
Mm.
they're gonna catch us, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, here we go.
So I just thought of this right now. What's up with the homie you had, the gods? What was the
Oh yeah, God, man.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't gotta get too deep in it. I mean, but just you just said something that made me, I think you said G, and I'm like, oh wait a minute. What happened with that? And just before you even break down what happened with it, break down kind of what it was.
Dude, what didn't happen with it? No, but yeah, so God was my first rap group, man. It was a collective of artists, you know. And yeah, still love those dudes, man. Love all those guys. Yeah, it was our first group, man.
Is it still going or?
We were thinking about dropping a new project. We got a bunch of freaking music that's unreleased too, you know, like I don't know why, you know, but yeah, we have a bunch of stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to do it, but you know, everybody's having babies now.
Oh, buddy.
Like the only one that doesn't. So
Ducking
that's
the
why I'm
dodge,
still
you know.
with music, at least for now, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's coming, you know. I think people should expect it soon, you know. I know Cam the underachiever, you know, I'm pretty sure dropping some stuff pretty soon, you know. Still talk to all those dudes, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was true because that's when I first met Cam. That was downtown at one of those shows, one of those small like little storefront shows.
Hmm.
And Cass was rocking, and that's when I met everybody. I mean, that's when I met Nim. You know, Nims. That's where I met.
Yeah,
I
man.
met a lot of cats right at that little small storefront. I met
Yeah,
everybody.
we're on
He's like,
15th, man. Merriweather, dude.
yeah, damn, like yeah, I met like pretty much, and I think you were there. I think you were there, but you know, we met separately. All right, let's get into the new project. Let's get into the Mr. Stranger in the
Okay.
Apocalypse. Let's get into that. So
Yeah.
tell me, let's start from the production aspect. And so I know about Five Ill from Detroit. Now
Mhm.
just kind of expound on that. Who else is on there?
Well, yeah, I got Chris Keys is featured on
Oh,
some of the production.
man. Whew.
We got
Chris
the
Keys is
homie.
just Chris Keys for anybody is kind of like a Bay Area,
I
you know,
do.
staple at this point. You know,
Yeah,
he,
she's
he
yeah, for sure.
like he's touching a lot of production coming out from the Bay Area. Mhm.
Mhm. Yeah, so I mean, he worked on one of the songs, but the majority of everything was produced by Five Ill.
Okay.
We got the homie, uh, you know, Five Ill's homie, from Detroit, Alf, to a scratch on it too. Um, and yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, and then my homie Riddle also co-produced a little
Mhm.
bit and mixed and mastered the shit and has it sounding amazing too. That guy's a freaking wizard, man. So
Mhm.
always gotta show love to him. But yeah, that's about it, man. Oh, and we got Denmark Vesey on a feature as well, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, there's not many features, man. I got a lot of people to send me verses and stuff, and
Mhm.
it's, you know, I'm really a perfectionist with this one, you
I
know.
understand.
So like, I kind of, you know, hurt some feelings with it, but you know, I hope they understand.
No, but here's the thing though, man. Like when you're creating a world, you just can't. You know, like if it doesn't work, it's not even like it doesn't work. It's not. It's like creating a movie or any other body of work. Like if you have a stream of thought and you're trying to get across a certain
Exactly, it's got
idea,
to
yeah,
flow, you know.
yeah, it's gotta flow, man. And that's why I never. I mean, I put out a couple albums and I only really get cats that are like literally right next to me at that moment. And if like they have to be really close, and it has to really just work.
Hmm.
Besides that, I feel like once you start reaching out too far, that starts creating static in the project, and it kind of could disrupt what you're trying to do. So
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
you know, nobody knows how to do what you want to do, you know, better than you know. So
yeah,
I
man. I
think that's
just
the biggest
whatever.
thing.
They don't gotta explain to me. I get it, man. I'm like, sorry,
Super good
guys.
to have Denmark on it though. I mean,
Woo!
he got it.
Jim Mark Vessey's he's a
Yeah,
savage. Yeah, he's
yeah, that guy is amazing, man. I'm actually super appreciative he even got on the project, man. That's all off the strength of Five Ill too, man.
uh-huh. Cold blooded.
That dude's a real fucking cold motherfucker, man. If you haven't heard him yet, man, please look him up. You know, it's five the number ILL.
Five ILL. And now let's talk about the art. Cause I'm an art dude. You know, like that's when we had our label, we would spend like if we had an album and the album took 5 months to record, the artwork probably took a year. You know, like we're weird, like we would really dig into it and have a lot of thought go into it. So tell me about Matt Jennings and how you met him and how it developed into the artwork for the project.
Well, so yeah, Foss actually ended up reaching out to him,
Mhm.
and he was to saying he wants, him to work on one of the artists and study music groups, like, artwork and stuff. He was in school for graphic design and animation at the time too. So I think actually I don't know what like website it was or like what app it was, but basically he posted that like he's looking for some collaborator musically to, work with on his final project. And yeah, so we reached out and then it ended up working really well. And actually this project ended up getting him a job with Universal too. So it's super dope, Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Is,
yeah.
is there gonna be animation with it or?
Yeah, yes, there is, man. As a matter of fact, I guess you're the first to know, but we're going to be
Breaking news.
dropping an animated music video for the last track I dropped, Quinoa.
Oh,
I
Kingdom.
think this week. Yeah,
Where you guys dropping it? Are you just is it just gonna be on YouTube or?
it's going to be on YouTube. Probably, probably do like an IGTV video or whatever.
Well, if you guys want to premiere that thing on drumsandammo.com, you could always,
Okay,
you know what I'm
I'd
saying?
be down.
You can always let that thing go because I don't mean I already know like the artwork is silly. If hopefully anybody, I'm not even sure when this interview is gonna drop, but the artwork is out of control. That thing is.
Yeah, thank you, man. I was super juiced about it too. It all kind of worked together in a really, weird way, I didn't have to overextend myself really to fucking make shit happen with this one. And that was super cool. It's just a natural progression. Hopefully the next Mr. Stranger project too is gonna be same and crazier than this one. So yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like that's how things, when you're doing the right stuff, things just to start, the doors open and
Yeah,
almost weird like that, where
the
you.
biggest thing is it's gotta be dope. It's gotta
Mm,
be dope. And once I think once you figure out, yo, like, this is what it is, just do that shit, man.
did, did you send him music? Like, did you send him like Matt Jennings? Did you send him anything? Like,
Yeah,
on
so
something else?
initially two of the songs that that are featured on the album, I dropped earlier last year in a little EP called Sketches.
Okay.
And yeah, that was just, like pretty self-explanatory. They were just sketches of, music, but like I didn't drop anything for a while, so I wanted to put something out. Um, wait, what was the question again? My bad, man.
No, I was saying, did you send him music? Did you
Oh
send
yeah,
him
so I
music
sent him
prior?
those two tracks,
Mhm.
and I think I developed like the concept, like where we wanted to make it like apocalyptic, or at least in the vein of something apocalyptic.
Mhm.
And yeah, he went off that, then sent me, the first initial sketches, and then we kind of just started working around that, more or less. Um, he was like making the video at like the same time we were writing the album too. So yeah.
That's dope. Well, man, we're gonna hold tight right there, man. Thanks for taking time to yip yap and flat with me, man.
Yeah,
What's
no
what's
problem, man.
what you got? What's the besides the Mr. Stranger project? Anything else going on? Any? Are you doing any live streams or?
Ooh, no live streams right now, but should be having an album release party coming up at the first week of April.
Okay.
Or wait, first week of May rather. Right? What?
But
Yeah, next month.
so that's the next jump off.
Yeah, and I mean, I got 3 other projects I've been working on this year too. You know, so you should at least expect one of those to drop, you know, this year. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of content, man. So you know, excited to see, you know, what people are fucking with, you know.
That's right. So what's your socials, or you know, the Instagrams and the website? What you got?
Yeah, so that's Hasta La Pasta, so HAST_la_pasta. That's, you know, you could find me on that. You could follow my meme account too. It's pasta_la_vista 4269. You know, if you need the dank memes, you know. Yeah, and then I'm just HMZA on any streaming platform.
Is what study music group on there? Or?
Oh yeah, so man, there's so much stuff I don't know. Yeah, I think so. Our Bandcamp is studymusicgroup.com/bandcamp/Hamza or whatever. You know, if you find Study Music Group, odds are you'll find my name LinkedIn. Or if you find HMZA, you'll probably find Study Music Group. You know, yeah, I think I got some links in my bios too, so you could check that out.
That's all that.
I'll send you some links.
Well, and then I actually, if they want to follow 5 Ill.
Oh yeah, man, what am I doing?
Fair? His is No Fair.
The ball. Yeah, it's at no_fair FARE. And yeah, I mean, that dude's got fucking amazing beats, man. It's a great human too, you know. Yeah, definitely show some support, man.
Right. Well, man, this is DJ Ammbaataa, the Godfather. I want to say thank you to Hamza for coming through. This
Thank
is
you, sir.
Ammo. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you. I'll probably see you over the weekend somewhere, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what to do. This is This, That, and the Third. Catch y'all on the next one. I'm gonna holler at you, man. Be easy, be easy.
Ramadan Mubarak, y'all.
Yeah.